you accepted what's happening in your city. You see, you vote for what's going on in the city you come from. Whether it be New York, Chicago, LA, many of these Ibarasi places, you voted for it. And you expect your county, your legislator to go in and do the right thing for you when you vote against your principles. You vote against making more sufficient things happen to where things are starting to remove themselves from those particular places. And that's why you see a lot more things going up, because you have these particular people you want to protect. You don't want to see anything happen for them to learn a lesson. So you want to rehabilitate them after they done did something wrong. You accept bad behavior. You go on these newscast stations and complain to them, yet you don't get the people together and put your resources together and not allow them in your area. You want to get these people's attention, you got to vote them out. And number two, you have to get involved. You can't wait on another man or another woman to do their job. They're not going to do it because you have accepted their behavior. You expect people of means to come in to help you, and then you complain when justice gets served to these people. You get upset. You are the problem, and you don't want to accept that you accept problems. You don't really want peace, because if you wanted peace, you will put your funds together and put the right people in. And most importantly, you took God out. And so because you took God out and you're in fear of doing the right thing, now you see all the nonsense. So what I'm going to do is get a clip. I'm going to play it. Give me 1 second and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Here we go.
Scene early this morning at Ashland and Diversey in Lakeview. In daylight, you can see the skid marks left behind. We received a number of complaints from people in the neighborhood.
Here we go.
A viewer shared this video showing cars doing donuts as fireworks go off.
This is crazy.
Mayor Brandon Johnson to take action.
I think he's too lenient.
You got these dudes talking not with common sense. They aspire to have common sense, yet they don't have common sense because they allow nonsense in their own situation. Listen to what he says.
I think he needs to start being more aggressive with what's going on. I think he needs to add more police to the city, have them start doing something instead of just doing what they can. And I think they need to start nipping it and, actually holding people accountable for their actions.
He don't care about your situation because he knows y'all don't care about your situation. Y'all gonna sit there and complain to him or complain to them, and you're not doing anything in your own might to let them know you're not playing. And see, when they see that you're not, they don't take you serious, they're gonna allow these ninjas to act the fool out here because they know that you ain't gonna do nothing about it. Let's go.
Well, the video shows officers responding to the scene.
One officer.
But Chicago police tell
One
us they have
officer.
information about the incident tonight.
One officer, y'all. One officer. Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We're going to go to New York. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. We're going to New York. I'll be right back.
Well, the federal laws play a role in this as well. I mean, the Supreme Court has spoken, and it's easier to buy guns. It's easier to have them. Luckily, the court did recently uphold that.
It's easy to buy them. It's easy to sell them. They know where these weapons is coming from. Now, you are allowed to protect yourself. At the same time, there's stipulations in the city of New York when it comes to protecting your family and your loved ones. This is crazy. Let's go.
New York City, New York State in particular, with our gun laws, that we are able to still restrict the areas where people could carry them. They have the right to carry them now more. The Supreme Court has spoken on that. But we at least have been successful in the U.S. Supreme Court to saying that we can still restrict the areas where people are allowed to have them. But that doesn't mean that we don't.
You as a normal person is not allowed to carry. The hooligans and the ninjas that put out the word of hell is allowed to carry it. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. They wonder why there's no funds coming in. If you think about it, there's a lot of funds not coming in these particular states. Why? Because they're not moving correctly. Let's go.
Stop trying to get them coming in here in the first place and going into the hands of people that really should not have them. They should feel safer, yes, because we had taken down a crew that was causing devastation and havoc. What's important now is that what we do after that, not only just this indictment, but we need to invest in community. Those same people that want to feel safe, we need to do more to bring in resources to make sure that they continue to be safe.
Did you hear what she said? Then how you expect people to bring in resources and you're not cleaning up your own mess? If you want resources to come in, you have to clean up your own mess with the resources you currently have. So they feel in the pinch. A lot of these places is feeling the pinch because they're not moving right and they're not dealing with the Most High, more importantly. And they're getting upset with a lot of the southern states that's making the right decisions and cleaning up house. Let's go.
All right, thank you.
She don't even want to talk that long. Now he walking away. Look at him, laughing and giggling. Look at him laughing. Everything's a joke. Everything's a joke to them. Everything's a joke to these people. And you want me to have sympathy, yet you're not telling them you mean business. Y'all not getting together to do what needs to be done for them to know you're not playing. So they're going to continue to allow the nonsense, even though they know it's wrong. They don't care. They don't care. Let's go to Los Angeles. Let's go to Los Angeles. You see, I want you to see what's going on here. What they're not telling you. All right, let's go.
Involve homeless people, and that rubbish fires have surged almost 500% in the past decade.
Wow.
And with more on that memo and the strain it's placing on resources and personnel, we are joined by Freddie Escobar, president of the United Firefighters of Los Angeles. Freddie,
Listen.
thank you so much for being with us. We want to ask you what your reaction is to this memo. Like, how did it get to this point, and what is it like for firefighters on the ground?
Well, first, the report stated that we in the LAFD go more than 76,000 fire calls.
Wow.
Homelessness.
Wow.
It doesn't surprise us. That's about 35 homeless fires every single day in the city of Los Angeles. I wish I could say we were surprised.
Did you hear that number? Every single day.
We're not. Nobody who works in the field in the LAFD or in the fire service is surprised. It is simply not acceptable.
Freddie, you've said you don't want to criminalize homelessness, but that, quote, we need additional resources strictly for homelessness. So, that being said, what does that look like? What, in your view, needs to be done?
Well, we have half the fire department that we need today in 2025. Back when I came on in 1989, we have the same amount of members working today, and we have 5 times the call load. It's simply not sustainable for the men and women that work for the LAFD.
You know, it really has.
Well, he's basically saying there's a decline of people want to become firemen or firewomen in this particular time, especially out there in LA, now with New York and Chicago, a lot of these states, they're not seeing people applying there because they see the disrespect. And they see the Southerners, for the most part, still have a respect for, the fire department and the police department. In this case, we're talking about the fire department. When I was coming up, we was always happy to see the fire department. We always encouraged them, because we know they deal with a lot. And they're away from their family a lot of the times. Just like the nurses and doctors, they're away from their family a lot of the times. That's a serious thing. And so people don't appreciate these people no more. And that's why they come into the South. They get great pensions and benefits and all that. At the same time, the stress level is at an all-time high. And then they see what's going on with the people. They're like, Dad, man, this is not what I signed up for. And they know their administration is no good. They know their administration is no good. At the same time, they have to work for the administration that's not on point. So there's a lot of things shaking up. Let's continue.
In a pretty rough 2025 for the LAFD. The fires, of course, the replacement of Chief Crowley. Can you tell us what the morale is like among the rank and file?
Well, I can tell you in the fire service, and I can tell you specifically in the LAFD, we do not complain. Firefighters do not complain. We come in, we do our task at hand. We love providing service for the residents of Los Angeles. But we simply cannot do what we're doing every single day. It's simply not sustainable. We had the Pacific Palisades incident. We had members that were there 15 to 30 days straight, and that was an anomaly with with that incident. But every single
it's getting to a point they can't even take time off to spend time with their loved ones, and they are thinking about quitting despite that they care about their city, get the people in charge by design, or most of the Most High is allowing it because the people don't have any care anymore in their heart for him. So they've been given over to a reprobate. And that's exactly what's going on. Let's continue to hear the remaining of it.
All the call loads, the grind, we need additional resources, we need additional dispatchers, we need more of everything to protect the residents of Los Angeles in 2025. It's that simple.
The mayor is set to make her budget proposal public on Monday. You've said the department has long been underfunded and under-resourced.
Wow.
We know in the city of Los Angeles, for example, there are fewer than one firefighter per 1,000 residents. Other major cities in the country have closer to 2 firefighters per 1,000 residents. That's a reality. However, also, there's a $1 billion budget shortfall.
Wow.
So given all of that, what do you expect realistically, especially given that deficit?
Here we go.
I mean, realistically, we are hoping for additional
Ooh.
And nothing seems to be getting better for the members that I represent. I still work regularly out in the field, and we're going on as many homeless calls as we have been every year after year, and it's simply not
Wow.
sustainable. So
Wow.
we need additional resources, we need additional trucks, we need additional everything.
Everything's
So
not
we're
looking
hoping
good there.
that some of that money from the homeless budget could come to the fire department and budget in LAFD that should be represented in 2025. We have the Olympics right around the corner. We have the World Cup in next year. We need additional money to staff a fire department that has been neglected for years.
Here we go.
Glass inherited this. This is a decade-long issue, and it's unfortunate that it took the Pacific Palisades incident to bring this to light.
Wow.
Brothers and sisters that I represent cannot sustain the call load we're doing every single day, and it starts at Metro. We need additional companies. We need additional engines. We need additional trucks. It's that simple.
I'm just curious, quickly, what happens if you don't get any of that?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, if we don't get any of that, it's going to be additional burden on us, our families. As I mentioned before, we do
Wow.
not complain. We're going to continue to do the work, but at some point, there's going to be a breaking point. Not only physically, but mentally as well.
Yep.
Yeah, understood. United Firefighters of LA President Freddie Escobar. Freddie, thanks for being with us and taking the time.
Thank you guys for highlighting this issue.
We appreciate.
Well, y'all tell me what you think about that situation of these three particular places. Once were the golden standard of this country, New York, Chicago, LA, and now it's not the standard anymore. It's no longer the standard like it used to be. I'm out. Peace.